Welcome to a special web edition of the Sports Whip. I'm Corey Keys, joined by Stephen Quinn and Jason Smith, and it's our pleasure to be joined by Joseph Katool, one of the founding members of the Admiral Ackbar for Ole Miss mascot. First off, Joseph, why?
Why? Well, we didn't really find any opposition to the no vote of the election, or the vote that just came up, and we really wanted to push a figure in there that could really get the yes vote out there, maybe so that students would see that there's another option they can vote yes.
And how did all this start for you guys?
Well, it started with me and three buddies in an English class, you know, being studious and whatever, and we just started pitching ideas. Who's the leader of the Rebel Alliance, and that's Admiral Ackbar. So we started a Twitter, we started Facebook. We had originally like 15 friends on Twitter when we left the class, 50 Facebook friends, and we thought, wow, this is getting really big, and we had no idea what was to come.
And so you guys, like I said, or like you just said, you guys never really expected this to blow up to the magnitude that it's gotten.
No, not at all.
And so now, well, now that you guys have been getting all this publicity with every major network has picked it up, how have you guys been able to handle, I guess, the fame that goes along with this?
It's been interesting. I just got off the phone about 30 minutes ago with ESPN Radio in Austin, Texas, and it's probably one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever done in my life.
One of the things, you've gotten a lot of positive publicity out of this. Have you gotten any negative publicity with Colonel Reb being such a sensitive subject to most people?
Yeah, we've definitely got a lot of negative publicity. A lady actually sent us an email, and one of her really famous quotes from the email was, "Tradition is tradition," which is, you know, something we can't really debate that. Tradition is exactly tradition. And she also said that if Admiral Ackbar was our mascot, that she would not let her daughter attend the school.
Wow.
Seems a bit ridiculous, but where are you all going to go from here? You've got the publicity, everyone's picked you up. Are you going to push forward with Ackbar, or are you just going to let it unfold?
Well, we never intended for Ackbar to actually be the mascot. It was more of a symbol to push forward the yes vote and make sure the students knew that they could vote yes to have a student-led, you know, committee to get the design out for a new mascot. And really where it goes from here is we want the students to decide. We want this committee to go forward, and we want them to find whatever mascot the whole entire student body feels would work.
If I understood you correctly, this is the first broadcast medium interview that you guys have done basically for an on-camera interview. All the major networks have been going through radio, or it's been like, you know, a phone call sort of thing, and then they've also had a lot of articles about you guys. But what has your involvement been with all this? I know you said there were a couple guys who did this.
Yeah, well, I'm the guy that was in charge of all the art, so I'm to blame for the big poster in front of the union. If you look in the corner, my initials JK were on there, so it's been pretty cool. And we also have Matthew Henry. He did all of our IT stuff. He set up the website. And there was Ben McRotre, who was really helpful with monetary values. And there was Tyler Kraft, and he was a great spokesperson. He's done a lot of interviews for us, really spread the word.
Do you think that Ole Miss fans have reacted so positively to this more as a joke, or do you think this is something, do they take your message seriously?
Well, there's a lot of people that took it very seriously, and you know, that's cool. If you want Admiral Ackbar as a mascot, then I feel like you should push for it. And if you want him to be on the ballot, then so be it. But there has been a lot of negativity towards it, and I don't think a lot of people got the joke. There was more satire for Colonel Reb. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to have Colonel Reb be our mascot, but I just don't feel like that's going to happen.
And, you know, this is something that, you know, we sat here and we talked about for a little while, and we want to know exactly, and a lot of people who were watching, they wanted to know how this all basically came about. And so for you guys going forward, what's next? What do you plan on doing with this?
Well, what's next is, well, really it's up to the students now. We want them to, you know, go forward and show their own voice, show who they want, show exactly what they'd want. It's not really up to us to decide who the mascot is, it's the students.
All right, Joseph, thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, it's Joseph Katool for a special online edition of the Sports Whip. For Stephen Quinn, Jason Smith, I'm Corey Keys. We'll see you guys next week on the Sports Whip.